I thought it was a good, competitive, hard-fought, even soccer game amongst two very good teams. SLU is a deserving winner and an excellent team, experienced, battle-tested. We wish them the best. It was a good competitive match and hope they are successful in the tournament going forward. I think we'd like to get our first 25 minutes back, essentially up until the one goal of the match. We came out a poor combination of a little bit flat, a little bit nervous, and allowed St. Louis, who's they were causing a lot of this to create a lot of opportunities. They could have scored 2, 3, 4 times in that first 15 minutes, and they finally got that one. For whatever reason, I think that settled us down, and the remaining 60 minutes kind of felt on our terms, which I'm proud of. I'm very proud of the team for the response to a tough start, a response to an early goal conceded. We knocked on the door a decent amount of the second half, had a lot of service. They have very good center backs and a very good goalkeeper that weren't going to give us anything. I think we had 2 opportunities kind of on the line, scrambles that went bang, bang. 1 cleared off, 2 cleared off the line. That goes in, who knows? Those are the things we're going to have to live with, going forward. That's what's beautiful about this time of year. It's what's hard about this time of year is you don't get second chances on this same sort of stage. But proud of the team, both for what we did heading into this game and how we responded within this game. And I thought, we showed our brand of soccer over the last 2/3 of the game.
Coach, obviously you mentioned you guys kind of came out on the back foot, especially after halftime. You guys really took command of the game. You guys actually outshot them in the second half. What were the changes at halftime that really turned the game around?
Yeah, we didn't make any tactical changes. I just think we were pretty poor at the beginning, and I take a lot of responsibility as coach. Our job is to prepare the team to come out and be successful from kick 1 to the last one in the 90. For whatever reason, we just didn't come out anything resembling the best version of ourselves. I don't think we needed to change anything. We talked through some specific stuff on the field that we could do better. I think the biggest part was that we had to want to be on the ball. I think every time we actually made a couple passes, recycled play once or twice, then things naturally opened up. In the first half, we were rushing, getting rid of the ball before we needed to. We didn't even look to go short. We didn't look to recycle. And then when we went long, it was the triple whammy of probably it wasn't the right time. We were hitting it short, under-hitting things, and then going central. We just reinforced the stuff that makes us good in the first place. And I think the players took it upon themselves to kind of try to grow into the game. It certainly wasn't anything. It was more player-led than coach-led.
And then kind of looking at this, obviously, you have a very young roster, and you're going to take a lot of this talent in the next season. So what do you take from this game and this season in general? Obviously, it's kind of, everybody's called it a real Cinderella story season. So what kind of things do you take from this season into next and then preparing the game ready for the season ahead?
I think we had more in us. This was always going to be a hard game to win, but I think it's one that we'd love to get back. Hopefully that fuels us through the off season. Hopefully we're a sharper, more clinical, sort of more desperate team if we get back to these kind of scenarios in the future. We're certainly going to miss our seniors. There's no doubt about it. So whether we have a decent amount of players returning or not, Michaela here, Bovey, Haven, Reyna, who am I missing? I'm trying to go back to senior day. Avery and Hallie, who unfortunately we played without this. They were part of this, right? Like when I saw Avery after the game, it was, she felt like she was along for everything, even though she wasn't able to do it on the field. So first, we're going to miss that group a lot, and on and off the field. I think so much of this turnaround that we've been able to put together, so much of the success, so much of these close wins, were Merlot stepped up on the penalty and took it in the biggest moments. I think Bovey has been tremendous through all this whole stretch of winning. But we have to move on. We don't have any choice. When we talk to the team afterward, it's going to be about moving forward. I was talking to Jason on the way in here, and it's like, no one in the Big 12 is probably going to take us very lightly moving forward. That was our one sort of pass of, hey, maybe some people are overlooking us. That's not going to happen. People are going to try to scout us and adapt to our style of play, and there are going to be certain ways that we have to grow if we want to continue to be successful. I think that being said, hopefully the future is bright. Hopefully this is just the beginning. Championships don't come around very often, but we have huge aspirations here at KU. We want to make the NCAA tournament, and we're not looking to get out in the first round. And if we won, we're not just happy to be there in the second round. Okay, we want to be a team that grows into a national contender. That is not, it's not an easy thing to do. It takes a lot of time, effort, dedication, selflessness. In the off season, when it's dark and cold and you're on your own, and we'll have each other, right? And so that conversation's probably not for tonight. Let the players enjoy their time together. We did something pretty cool, and as hard as this is and as sad as this is, I just want to be around the rest of the group this evening and enjoy each other. But yeah, I think we'll have a decent amount coming back for sure.
Michaela, kind of going off what you said about obviously this kind of being it for you. Obviously coming in as a transfer and having the opportunities that you did, especially in the Big 12 championship game. Where does a season like this rank among your memories of playing soccer?
Yeah, it's definitely up there. Coming into this, I didn't have any expectations really, and so for our team and I to go ahead and win the Big 12 championship and even to be here is awesome, and it's definitely an experience I'll remember forever.
Sophie, on Monday, Coach had mentioned Emily gave you one of the most prolific goal scorers in college soccer. There was the one goal, but for the most part, it was kind of a stalwart goal. What did you do coming into this game, and how did both of you guys game plan for such a prolific goal scorer like her?
The main plan was just stay on the same page with my center backs and just communicate and try to deny any opportunities.
Coach, and then first year at Kansas, how would you sum it up with this team and year one with you in the program?
This first year has just been a whirlwind in many ways. It's been less than a year, which in some ways is just hard to fathom. I forgot what it was like to take over a new program, and it became very real last December when I flew into Lawrence to be introduced to the team and stuff, and we sat in a conference room, and there was a bunch of people who I didn't know and who didn't know me, and just staring at you, and kind of the staff wasn't all assembled then, and it's just kind of like, all right, this is us, here we go. There's no playbook for it. It's slowly integrating your values on and off the field, how we treat each other, how we communicate, how we train, what our expectation is, and I think that can be really hard. If we want to set a standard that, this is just my opinion, maybe was higher than the standard that a group is used to, there's going to be friction. Sometimes we're going to have to do our job of explaining the why. Sometimes people are just going to have to trust. Sometimes we need the right people in the room because it's not for everyone. But this fall, and then in particular this last month or 5 weeks, has been an absolute positive dream come true fairy tale that doesn't come around very often. And I tried not to jinx it. I tried not to ignore it. But what we did was incredibly special. This group, it's not the last we'll see each other. I have a feeling there will be reunions celebrating this run we made. The KU community has welcomed me and us and my family to an extent that I can't wrap my arms around the kindness and generosity, and has made this transition, which is a big one for my family and I, go really smoothly. So it feels like in some ways I've been here forever. It feels like in some ways I just got here, but just very, very proud of this group and what we were able to accomplish together.
And then, Sophie, your first year in goal, how would you sum up your year and what you're looking forward to for the future of this program?
I mean, I had a lot of fun figuring out stuff with my center backs and just like getting to know everyone. I feel like our entire team just developed such a good relationship. Like Merlot has only been here for this season, and it feels like we've known her for years. And like same thing with even all the freshmen coming in. So I'm really excited to just keep building those relationships and build new ones with people coming in.
And then Merlot, your one season here, what will you take away from your 1 year coming to KU?
Anything is possible, honestly. Like, no one expected us to be here. No one expected us to win the Big 12. Quite frankly, I didn't expect it. So anything is possible if you put your mind to it and work together as a team.
Question for Coach. Emily Gaby, number 24 for St. Louis. She really came out in that first half and really attacked you guys, pressured you guys. She ended up getting that one goal. What did you see from her that just really got you guys kind of on the back foot in that first half?
I mean, Emily Gaby is a fantastic player. She's an all-American kind of player, impactful, hungry, direct in the right ways, physical in the right ways, can shoot with both feet. Like we knew what we were up against. Like at my old school, we played against her for 3 years straight. So this wasn't a surprise. I think one thing that we pride ourselves on is we're not going to game plan around a player. They knew that we knew that she was a good player. We felt like we had to be urgent in moments, and I don't think we lived up to it at the beginning of the game, unfortunately. But special players find special moments, and she's no question a special player. I think when part of it is once St. Louis got the 1-goal lead, their risk-reward ratio probably changes a little bit. But I honestly think if we could replay it, once we settled into what we do normally, she hardly touched the ball. And when she does, there's going to be a little bit of a ripple through the crowd, and I'm going to stand up straighter, and who knows what she'll be able to produce. But I thought we did a very good job sort of that second phase of the game and not letting her even get the way that we play, the best way to neutralize top-end players or try to not let them get the ball in the first place. And I think that's what we didn't do great. And then the one way we don't want to get beat ever is straight down the middle. If you hear me coach enough, it's like, don't get split. Well, they were doing it a ton at the beginning. They did it 0 times after that, right? And that's something that I have to live with going forward. It's certainly an area we're going to grow. But hey, when Emily Gaby plays and St. Louis plays against whoever they play, presumably USC, she's going to give them problems too. She's a player that doesn't come along very often.
Thank you, guys.
Good job, y'all. Thank you.